Hi, Harry.
Hi, Mom. Welcome back
To
the living
the dead.
and the cats.
Where are they anyway?
I hear one, but she's asleep right there. Before we go any further, just a warning: there will be swearing on this.
No.
Because we just can't help ourselves. So
That's true.
if you're cool with that, keep listening. If you're not, stop now. Because we're going to say the fuck word.
What? The fuck
I
word.
told them to stop now.
You did. So this is what we're about, right? We sit here and talk.
And do a puzzle.
And we do a puzzle.
Or well, we do as much of a puzzle as we can get through.
Yes. This week's puzzle was chosen by our listeners.
Well, our listener.
Shh. Listeners.
Somebody.
Someone. We're doing a puzzle of the sun. It's 1,000 pieces, so be very grateful that we won't do the whole thing while you're listening.
Yeah.
It's round.
It's not many colors.
Got some red in it.
It's got a lot of red in it.
Yeah. Anyway, what was our topic for the sun?
I don't know. We'll just talk about the sun and see where that takes us.
Everybody, all of our beta listeners told us that the one thing we really needed to work on was to be a little more organized.
A little more organized with our thoughts, especially.
Yeah.
So we're not going to do that.
Yeah. So screw you, beta listeners. We're doing what we want to do, which is we just sit and talk and do a puzzle.
All right.
All right. Let's do a puzzle.
That were buried deep underneath me. In with the good thoughts, out with the bad thoughts. Thank you for your money. My fingers are stinging, left with the same feeling. No one's really listening. Bad things
Here we
are
go.
gonna happen.
Oh boy.
Well, we still have to talk. It is a podcast.
We do have to talk.
How was your day?
Well, it is currently, I work at a school, if you didn't know. I work at an independent school, which shall remain nameless to protect the innocent. And it is admissions season here since not ever, we do have international listeners, I'm super thrilled to announce. So for those of you who are not in the United States, or involved in independent schools.
Hello, Aussies. Am I allowed to do that?
Well, you just did,
Is that
so
appropriate?
apparently.
We love you.
So there's that. Anyway, it is admission season, which means because I work in the admissions office of my school, kind of super busy. And because the pandemic, nobody knows what they're doing. I'm new to the job, so I wouldn't know what I was doing anyway, but it's a little terrifying that no one else knows what they're doing either.
You don't always know what you're doing?
I never know what I'm doing. I mean, I'm doing a puzzle right now and talking to you. I know that. So anyway, work is very busy and work is stressful. And because I'm a recovering alcoholic, I can't drink or smoke weed to relax. So...
I can. I can't, actually. I'm allergic.
You can drink, though.
I can, and I have been.
Yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit. Yeah, you're not a heavy drinker.
No,
You might get that way. I wasn't when I was your age.
We're
just going for the topics today.
You started it.
I sure did.
I
I
haven't
do.
said much of anything except for some bad accent work.
How was your day?
My day was really good. I was doing 3 different things at once, which got, I'm used to that, but not in this job yet. So that was...
Little edge work for you?
It made the time go by quickly, but I downed a lot of caffeine.
So maybe you should be, instead of water, maybe you should be having a glass of wine or something.
No.
Okay.
I'm thirsty.
You're thirsty. Okay. Well, you did go for a run.
I did go for a run because I'm being very, very kind to my body in
because it's
this new year.
January.
Because it's fucking January.
It's fucking January. I had no idea. So I'm wondering how the puzzle pieces are sounding because we didn't test actual puzzle pieces before we started recording this time.
We got a new mic.
Oh, we did get a new mic. We're not using Harry's phone.
We are not using my phone. We are using a...
You've connected two pieces. Oh my gosh.
I have connected...
Sorry.
We have our first piece connection
Woo!
Of the hardest puzzle ever.
Don't tempt people to send us or recommend harder puzzles to us.
Ooh, if people could send us puzzles, because we'll run out pretty quick here. We have a lot of puzzles, but, you know, there's only so many 2 weeks. Fortnight? Is the fortnight 2 weeks?
Yes.
Nice!
And I know that because I read Bodice Rippers.
Do I get a golden star?
No.
Okay. Fuck.
What? You're just like swearing for the sake of swearing.
You cursed a lot last time. I have to make up and show that I'm cool too.
You'll never be as cool as me.
I know.
I'm far too conscious this time that we're recording.
I'm sorry. Well, I can't really do much about that.
No, I know. This time I'm just far too conscious that we're speaking and recording, and I feel super awkward.
I'm sorry.
Like I'm adjusting and modulating my voice. No comments from the peanut gallery, of which there is none. This is great. I'm glad we're not doing this live.
I know, right? We did have some requests to do it live, and to not only that, but video.
Yeah.
The puzzle doing, which I understand. Like a puzzle is a visual thing, but hopefully it's not about the puzzle. Hopefully it's about hearing somebody talk, feeling some sense of like comfort and company, connection to people, and
shock and awe
when
because I just saw Stormy. These pieces do not look curved, do they?
They curve.
Okay.
Remember, last episode we also did a circular puzzle. That was only 500 pieces. This is 1,000.
Oh, you're right.
So the curve is going to be a little more subtle.
It's not straight. Yeah. Sorry.
Let's talk about the sun.
Let's talk about the sun. I love the sun.
I have mixed feelings about the sun.
It's important.
No, I appreciate it.
To your mother and your husband's mental health.
I love that it exists.
He prefers the rainy days.
I just... So everybody gets kind of seasonal affective disorder in the winter and the fall. Well, not really in the fall. Everybody fucking loves the fall.
Except that winter comes after it.
Hashtag PSL.
God, you're such a white girl.
Okay, yeah. I am. Anyway, I get much, much worse in the summertime than I ever get in the winter. I thrive in kind of the cold, wet season.
Dark. Didn't seem to bother you too much when we lived in California. But you don't remember that time.
Yeah, well, I had nothing to compare it to. It was all I knew. I was born in the sun, molded by it.
You were born in Spokane in February. And by the way, for those of you who are not Washingtonians and you see the name of a city in eastern Washington spelled Spokane, I realize there's an E at the end. I realize it's silent.
Do people not know how to say Spokane?
There is an Indigo Girls song in which they sing Spokane, and like I literally can't listen to the song.
Oh my gosh!
And I corrected Mark Maron in one of his videos the other day, and I'm pretty sure he ignored me. But you know, there were 1,000 other people commenting.
That's funny. Like,
People say Spokane.
I know we've got, like, lots of interestingly named cities looking at you, Puyallup. But I didn't think Spokane was one of the...
Well, so, okay, irony.
Mhm.
Spokane is the indigenous tribe in that area. Spokane, the tribe, is spelled without the silent E so that you would automatically realize it was Spokane. And yet the city, the white folks...
The whiteified...
decided to stick an E
name.
up. You're going to edit this, isn't it? I'm just going to step on toes somewhere.
I wasn't planning on editing this until you started saying that.
Oh, I wasn't. No, I was kind of done in there, and
Okay.
I was wrapping up, but I just suddenly thought, did I say something inappropriate? So anyway, Harry's seasonal affective disorder.
It comes in the middle of the summer.
And mine, I lived in California in Santa Barbara for 3 years, and all I ever want to do is go back.
Yeah.
But I could barely afford to live in Santa Barbara when I was married, and it was 2000, 20 years later, and single,
It hasn't
and working in
improved?
education. There's just it's not going to happen.
What do you love about sunny weather?
So in the summer when it's warm and the days are long, I just feel, I think the best word is expansive. Like I can breathe better and I feel like everything just works better. And I don't know honestly if it's warmth or longer days.
Mm-hmm.
I think for people who...
I get the longer day thing.
Yeah, that is a lovely thing about living in Seattle. And for those of you who live even further north, it's even more delicious in the summer when it just... I know there are places where it seems like it never gets dark during that time of year. And I don't know that I want to experience that because I think it would just be too much. But, you know, the flip side of those long, gorgeous summer days is that in the winter, you go to work in the dark and you come home in the dark. Of course, right now you don't ever leave, so you start work in the dark at your front dining room table, and you end work in the dark in your dining room table, and you never go any... Oh, well, okay, I'm getting into bigger issues than just seasonal affective disorder. I think for me is like there can never be too many days in a row of sun, and then one day of rain can be appreciated after many days of sun, but the second day of rain feels like it's been raining for a month.
Yeah.
And I find that a negative thing. Unlike certain other people. You and Maddie feel the same way, like the sun, and you just both start cringing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like your little gremlins.
Yeah.
Can't handle sunlight.
Because I just feel so refreshed in the cold weather and the rain. Just like I will go for walks in pouring down rain just to feel like cleansed and new and kind of smell the earth getting rejuvenated.
Watered. See, and when it's cloudy, it feels so oppressive to me, like someone's...
Sorry.
Oppressive's
No,
a big
I just
word.
thought about the fact that we are talking about the weather.
The sun.
No, just it's like the
Yeah, I know. You started it.
No, I didn't start it. The puzzle started it. Whoever picked sun on our...
It's your damn fault.
I thought it would be a fun way to interact with our viewers.
We don't have any viewers.
Listeners, whatever the fuck we're doing.
There you go. Gratuitous. Naughty words again. Oh.
It's interesting you said expansiveness. Because I feel very much the opposite. Usually my depression comes from feeling suffocated and stifled and just like, it's hot weather especially. Like, it's not really the sun, it's the heat.
Mm-hmm.
If I... Sorry, I'm having a hard time, like, getting into...
What do you like about the summer? Longer days. You admitted to that.
Longer days, I like summer nights. I like it when it's not hot.
I'm sorry, I've got John
You're
Denver and
thinking of
Olivia Newton-John in my head right
John
now.
Denver.
John Travolta.
They're very different. That's...
They're super different.
Okay.
But wouldn't it have been great if John Denver had played Danny Zuko in Grease?
No, it wouldn't.
Olivia Newton-John and John Denver. I mean, it was a match
Oh, it's
made in-
perfect.
And then John Travolta could have done the Christmas special with the Muppets.
That...
Hi, Howard.
Hi,
Howard
honey
doesn't
boy.
usually come to visit during recording. How are you, old man?
You say usually. It's the second time we've done this.
Fine. He doesn't usually come out at night.
No, he doesn't usually come out, period. He's a good boy, though.
He does. He comes out before you're awake in the
Hi,
morning.
Sugar Plum. Howard is our moistest cat.
Some people don't like the word moist. It sounds like a towelette or just gross.
What's wrong with a moist towelette? Howard drools a lot.
Howard had a traumatic childhood. His mother was taken from him before his eyes were even open, and then he was raised by a human mother.
Who
Yes, is me. Fine.
was just absolutely insane.
I just don't think cats were necessarily designed to be raised by humans, particularly from such a young age.
Mm.
And he's not entirely sure of his place in this world, but he does know that I am at the center of it.
Which you are.
It's true. And have been. I was the first thing he saw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was. You don't remember that, Howard, but when your eyes opened, you were looking at me, sucker.
He was also the first... Wait, no, that was Steve, wasn't it? The first kitten to meet our dog at the time.
Ooh, I don't remember that, so you'll have to tell me more.
Our sweet dog, Jasmine, when we first brought... it was a litter of 7 kittens.
They all lived. Go figure.
They all lived for a while.
They all lived until they were adopted out. I take no blame for what happened to them after that. I just
remember
think
the name of the podcast. Cats are a third category. There's the living, the dead, and the cats. They do their own thing. Anyways.
I just have to say that when you have 7 10-day-old kittens that you're trying to raise, you don't expect them all to make it.
But they did. But when...
Back to your story.
When we first got them kind of out of the bathtub, they were...
Well, and we started with them in a cooler.
Yes. They all lived very happily and healthily eventually. Our sweet dog Jasmine, well, we were introducing them to her for the first time, picked one of them, Mr. Steve, up by the scruff of his neck, tossed him in the air, and then just looked around absolutely bewildered that she could have done something so horrible, and scampered away, turned in a circle, came back, and went right back up to Steve and kind of nuzzled him and bathed his head and made sure he was okay. It was very cute, but also very scary. Do you not remember this?
I feel like I wasn't there for that.
Oh, it was... It may have been with Dad.
Well, I mean, we were still married at the time. But
Yeah.
Howard is 14 years old, by the way.
Oh, yes. This was a while ago, so...
Yeah.
You know... take my memory with a grain of salt.
No, it's better than mine.
Look,
Look, pieces! 2 pieces meat! Look.
Yay!
I'm not sure they're right, though.
I'm not. I think so.
It's tough to tell.
I've got a whole string of
Harry's got he's got
8.
He's got 8 pieces connected.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how long we've been talking, but because...
Mom, this puzzle's hard.
Harry, you can do hard things. I'm not sure I can, though, so I'm going to go to bed now.
Right now?
No.
Just leave me hanging. I mean, I'll do the rest of the podcast myself, but it won't be good. Come on. You just want to make a connection. Don't we all?
The love connection.
Hey.
What? Ooh, nice.
Yay.
Look, Howard, he got a piece.
I got a piece.
Do you actually want to pause it and go get yourself a beverage?
I'm gonna pause and we can reset.
Okay.
Therapist had said, you've got to stop yanking at your head. I had all these thoughts that were buried deep underneath.
All right. What did you say? Many mosquitoes
In
my
doghouse
so
when
I
ate
dinner
I
got
a
mouthful
of
skeeters.
oh
Shit.
Cheers. Get more water. I have a different beverage now.
We're hoping it helps.
Wouldn't that be fun if I had to drink to do this podcast?
And that's how I ended up in AA was...
And that's how I became an alcoholic too.
No, I was taking ballroom dance with your father, and my dance instructor insisted I have a glass of wine. No, I was having drinking issues before this, but to be given direction to drink, I took that with enthusiasm, but it did help my dancing.
It does do that.
I backlead. You might not be surprised to hear that.
I'm not surprised to hear that.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what?
What?
I also backlead.
Thank you. Let's not ever dance together. Oh, but it's so fun.
I miss dancing. I want to take ballroom.
We can't do that right now, but someday.
Good fucking point. Oh, you made me sad again.
I'm sorry.
Pause the podcast. We just took a little bit of a breather so I could collect my whiskey.
And then we tried to play a...
So, actually, what I am drinking is cold brew Jameson's. Because we got it thinking, David doesn't really like whiskey, but I do. But you know what David loves is cold brew. Guess what? It just tastes like whiskey.
Whiskey became cool after I stopped drinking. I am a fish out of water here.
I know.
Well, I mean, you know. Oh, I almost thought that fit together. I am Irish, so...
What made whiskey cool?
Oh, liquor became much more popular.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the manly man.
Sure. That's why there's White Claw.
Fucking love White Claw. Don't you diss White Claw?
See, when I was drinking, it was all about the mics.
I remember that.
Yeah. And when I was in high school, which was before I drank, it was Bartles and James wine coolers. Apparently it keeps getting better. I'm not going to test that by having a White Claw.
No, well, it's just imagine a seltzer, but it's vodka.
Oh, see, vodka, that's a great alcoholics drink.
Yeah, because it's just so easy.
Mm-hmm. And it goes with everything. You can rationalize it from here till next Tuesday.
That's why it makes a good seltzer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if White Claw is
last time we
vodka.
kind of talked a little bit about depression. This time we're talking about alcoholism, and we are making jokes, which you kind of do in life as a way of handling things. But I realize that for many, many people, alcoholism is not funny, whether they're in recovery like I am, or if they're still practicing like other people, including people I know and love and worry about.
Or if they are not practicing but are affected by.
Yeah. Affected by others
Mm-hmm.
who have issues with alcohol. Anyway, just to say that
Symptoms.
We're making jokes about it, and I understand, and Harry understands, having lived with me, that it's not necessarily funny. And so we will add to this some resources if you feel like you are having trouble with alcohol, which I think a lot of people are currently. Or if you live with someone who's having trouble and you're not sure what to do about it. So anyway, you can look for that at the end of the podcast. Or listen for it, I guess, since looking for it would be kind of challenging.
We can post about. We've got lots of accounts we can.
It's true. We do have
now.
social media accounts.
That's a great idea.
Oh,
thank you.
Speaking of which, we are on Instagram. We are on Twitter. We are on Facebook.
We're
going to
do all that out.
We're going to do all the things, and we're not.
People won't remember from the middle of the podcast. Or are we wrapping up? Are we done?
And we're out.
I just poured this.
No, what I was thinking was that when the podcast starts wrapping up, I kind of wait for them to say goodbye, and then I shut it down. I don't listen to the bullshit afterwards.
Oh. Well, I wasn't going to say goodbye until we had said all the things.
Yeah, but see, that's the stuff you say every week, so people know when to shut it down.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Don't shut it down yet. We're not done.
Well, that's why I'm saying it now.
Okay, thanks. That's very clever of you.
It's like I listen to other podcasts and I know how they should go.
I know.
Yeah, except...
You'd think after listening to as many podcasts as we listen to...
we'd be better at this.
Not saying we're bad.
No, we're just beginners.
We're just babies.
That was... Maybe ease up on the cold brew Jameson.
It's just coffee.
Uh-huh. Anyway,
Yeah.
what were we talking about? You were talking about the Jameson.
Some shit
and then
to do with the sun.
Oh, we're not going back to that, no.
That's the theme.
Well, we're changing the
People
theme.
want us to be organized, Mother.
Well, we're not.
Well,
Fuck them.
fuck them. Okay, what do you want to talk about?
Not the sun. The
Great.
puzzle is hard enough. I don't feel...
Not the sun.
Not the sun.
Not the president.
Nope, no politics. I mean, the pandemic plays around the edges.
I can't wait for next week, though.
Right.
Well,
I can wait for next week because I'm kind of afraid shit may fly.
Yeah, shit may fly.
I can't wait for next week to be over with so we can all just breathe a little better. Yeah, if you voted for the Cheeto, this is probably not your podcast. But if you're questioning why you might have voted for him, keep listening. Actually, if you voted for him, keep listening with an open mind. Oh, wait, you don't have one of those. Right, so let's talk about religion now.
Notice when I go quiet and just kind of let her go.
And then edit it out later.
Nope, not that bit. That was. We need
That was
to.
gold.
We need to tell people where we stand. I don't think we need to tell them. I think they get it.
Yeah. As soon as you say my husband.
My
Like,
husband.
are there...
There are.
So they
There
have
are.
found like 3 black people who voted for Trump. Have they found gay people who voted
More than black people, actually.
What the hell's wrong with them?
We weren't going to talk about this.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And I'm not informed enough to.
And we're not interviewing your husband, so.
Yeah.
Not this episode.
No.
We could have interviews. That'd be kind of fun.
I want to.
How would we do
maybe
that?
Maybe not.
Everyone else would have to be interviewed.
Well, we're not going to interview. Well, we can also interview people over Skype or something. So if anybody's wondering how we're doing on the puzzle, because apparently we didn't talk about it enough in our first episode, it's not going well.
No, it's not going well at all.
It's really bad.
In the first episode, at least in the 2-hour stint, I complained a lot about the puzzle we were doing.
Never again.
I'm not really complaining about this one because I'm not accomplishing a damn thing. And so it's just like something to do with my hands.
There's nothing to say.
There's nothing to say. I can't even complain.
It's so hard.
It's so hard.
With these episodes, we're putting up like the cover art kind of showing how far we got. You will see how horrible this puzzle is. It's just every piece is the same. There's nothing to go off of.
You've got like this, the part we...
And I finished that.
Okay.
Now what?
He's got like a sunspot. He managed to get that put together.
And I think it might be the only sunspot.
I really need to burp. You know, we were talking about, I had a school meeting today and we were talking about microaggressions. And... Well, we were talking about a lot of things. Microaggressions was one of them, and there was this great video that compared it to getting bit by a mosquito, and how, like, some people are like, just a mosquito, no big deal, and there are people that don't get bit by mosquitoes very much.
Mm-hmm.
And then they kind of look at people who get bit by mosquitoes a lot, and are kind of going off the deep end, and they don't get what it's like to be bit by lots of mosquitoes. Anyway, that was really not what I was going to say.
It was a good metaphor, though.
It was. It's a good video. It's fun. And it also has inappropriate language, which is the best. One of the things we were talking about was one of our teachers mentioned that when she was in school, it was considered important and positive to say, I don't see color.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember that, that was like, that was how you showed you were not a racist person, was you would say, I don't see color, meaning I treat everyone the same.
The magic words.
The magic words. And we were talking about how that has become so clearly to so many people not okay, that you do need to see color and you need to acknowledge that society treats people who are different colors differently, and if you claim to not see color, then you're disenfranchising.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at the conversation. I'm laughing at the whining child in the background.
I understand. Totally lost my train of thought. Anyway,
I'm so sorry.
But then I'm thinking about how I have had that same conversation with people who are older than me that did absorb that and can't quite let it go yet. And they still think that saying, I don't see color, puts them on the right side of what we're going through. And it's really hard in the midst of all of that to come up with the right words to say, actually.
Right, because you can't just say, "Oh,
You're
that's
wrong.
not okay anymore."
Yeah.
You have to once that's been internalized for so long, you need to explain why that path of thinking is detrimental instead of supportive.
Yeah. And you have to be able to say it in a way that helps that person understand and not feel shame.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Which is the hard part, because with racism, we tend to see if you are labeled, if something you do or say is labeled racist, you immediately have an image of neo-Nazis or the KKK. And our whole society is racist, and it's not just people with white hoods.
Mm-hmm.
It's our entire society, and so unless we're actively fighting against racism, we are part of that problem. And it's really hard to share that with someone in a way that doesn't make them feel attacked, and it's really hard to internalize yourself, because you want to be a good person, you want to do the right thing, and just fuck it up so much. At least I know I do.
We all fuck up.
It's just really important stuff to fuck up about. It's not like fucking up doing a puzzle. It's like people's lives are at stake.
Yeah.
And for a lot of it, democracy is at stake. Anyway, I got serious again. Sorry.
No, that was clearly on your mind, so.
Well, it was the topic of our staff meeting today.
Oh, hello. Hi.
Hi. I have to stop doing the puzzle now because my baby needs me.
Well.
Howard, look at the camera. Smile.
Talking about the sun made me miss Santa Barbara now. So now I'm
sorry.
I'm feeling conflicted. I'm feeling hypocritical because
Santa Barbara doesn't always have the best weather.
Mm-hmm.
There's June gloom, and it's never hot there. It's on the coast.
Speaking of June gloom, though, listen to Ali X's album Cape God. That came out last year.
Cape God or Cape Cod?
Cape God, with a G.
Okay.
It's a very, very good album. I wanted to do like a music recommendations corner. We talked about that when we were in planning stages.
Okay. I'm taking voice lessons and currently singing the song Razzle Dazzle, which, if you look at the lyrics, is a glorious song for right now. Unfortunately, I have now attempted to memorize 3 different versions of it because, first of all, I started with the version from the movie that Richard Gere sings. Richard Gere. Okay, I had to say it wrong to know.
Richard Gere.
Shut up. Which switches up some of the lyrics. And then my music teacher sent me sheet music, which I think had the full lyrics. And then we found a karaoke for me to sing to, which has the lyrics in a different order again. And so I can't memorize this damn song, but the lyrics are delightful and lovely and on point for current political situation.
Yeah. So that wasn't so much a musical recommendation.
It's totally a musical recommendation. You should go listen to Razzle Dazzle. I would go with the Jerry Orbach version from the OBC. Mm-hmm. Last time we had this, Harry told me what OBC was because I asked. So if you need to know what OBC is, you have to listen to the first episode.
Wow. Okay.
Harry, you can go back to your musical recommendation now that I have.
I already gave it.
Noble.
Ali X, Cape God, the whole album is very good for. I don't know.
You like it?
I like it a lot. It's rad.
Rad?
Yeah.
I used to say rad when I was in junior high.
Short for radical.
Yeah, I know. That is a slang term from 40 years ago.
I mean...
Nifty.
Gnarly.
Which is also from 40 years ago.
Well, maybe I'm from 40 years ago.
Maybe everything old is new again.
Everything old is new. I'm sure that's a song, but I don't remember how it goes. It
absolutely is.
Okay.
Or it's a line from a song.
That you're going to look up on your phone?
Hell yeah.
Good.
Because I have my phone.
Good radio. I saw, what was it? Some TV show was like hiring all the Broadway people.
Good.
Oh.
They need work.
Law and Order SVU is like trying to hire as many stage actors as they can. It's very cute.
That's very sweet.
It's very sweet. Sorry, cute is...
Cute works.
Well, but it's like a very good and wholesome thing
Yes.
that they're doing, and I'm sure it's helping a lot of actors out of work.
I hope they're hiring people that are in the chorus and not just like famous people. I mean, like if they say, look, we hired people from Broadway and they've got Neil Patrick Harris and Lin-Manuel Miranda and Audre Lorde, and it's just like, no. Nothing wrong with any of those people. They're maybe not the ones that need work desperately right now.
Mm.
Have you seen Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle?
Once a long time ago, but I don't remember.
Okay. So,
welcome back to Once a Long Time Ago, and I don't remember our 75th segment of this episode.
So all I would say is that I think Neil Patrick Harris spends less than 5 minutes on screen in that movie, and it resuscitated his career, and it was one of the best parts of the movie. So there. Change my mind.
I got nothing. Do your puzzle.
Shut up and do your puzzle.
Well, don't shut up. Keep talking.
No.
But...
I mean, we can allow awkward pauses because you can edit them out.
Okay.
I mean, we say enough awkward stuff that'll need to be edited.
Awkward pause. Now, go. God damn it, I hate this puzzle!
You bought it!
I bought it for you! You're forcing me to do it, basically.
So, talking about microaggressions, I think one of the things I took as a compliment that so many people said was you guys sounded like you were really having fun.
Oh, we don't sound like we're having fun.
No, wait, that's not what I was going to say. No, but like, when I listen to a podcast or a radio show or whatever, and like the hosts just keep cracking each other up and all they ever do is laugh.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Oh.
And I'm like, so is like suddenly I'm having this, maybe that wasn't intended. Maybe those are like sideways compliments. Like, you guys sound like you're having a lot of fun and I'm not there, and it kind of was like not funny to me. So what the hell's wrong with you? I don't know.
Oh, you think that's what people are saying to us?
Could be. I don't know.
I mean, it's...
You tend to think more positively than I do.
I do.
Which is interesting.
It is.
And wonderful. I appreciate it greatly.
Good. I try to make my disposition benefit other people as much as it benefits me. If that makes sense?
Yeah.
To quote my father. I hope he actually listens to this, because...
If he doesn't, Elisa will.
Okay, great. And she will...
She'll get a bigger kick out of it than he does.
Okay. What did I... Well, fuck, what was I saying?
Oh, I was talking about being insecure that people had said we sounded like we were having a lot of fun.
Yeah, I try to... I think... I mean, maybe that's true. I think we're probably gonna sound very presentational for a few episodes.
I miss
That
Carrie
being
Fisher.
said, I did have a lot of fun last time.
I did too.
Yeah, sure.
Oh my god, look how cute Noble is. I mean,
Precious.
not a change, but... And Howard's out here with us. I don't like that. So
If you-
proud
if-
of him. He's like, it's 8:45, Mom. How come you're not in bed?
If you haven't already seen, I try to post one picture of our cats a day on the
Just
podcast
one?
Instagram.
I thought it was
I'm
more.
trying.
Well, I'm looking.
Yeah, I have doubled up a couple days
Well, because they're so cute. How
because
come
they're
you're
so
not?
damn cute.
We like dogs too. We just don't happen to have one right now.
Yeah, and I don't like them as much.
I know so many amazing dogs because I
know
dog
so many
sit a
amazing
lot.
dogs too. I just don't like them as much. It's true. I'm a cat person. Anybody who's met me knows I'm a cat person. It's fine.
It kind of drips off you.
I am a cat. basically. I'm a cat person.
You're allergic to
I'm
yourself.
I'm not that allergic.
He's allergic to
cats.
cats.
I take drugs. Sorry, I'm very combative right now.
You are. I didn't know you were an angry drunk.
I'm not an angry drunk.
You're not drunk. I thought you just got sleepy when you got drunk.
Usually, but it depends. Like, I get sleepy from grapes. I get sleepy from champagne and Prosecco. And
I thought
Prosecco grapes?
Yes.
And wine.
I literally thought you meant grapes.
I mean, I said like, that. That's what I said. That was my sentence.
That was your sentence. And I'm like, that's kind of weird.
Oh, I'd make the worst Dionysus. Well, I guess that works both ways. I was just imagining like the... Anyway. Oh
my God. I'm thinking about the sun and the fact that, well, I come from a long line of night people.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a night person for many years. And then I became a day person. And I've noticed that my dad, who was also that way, has now become a night person. And I'm thinking, it's like, is it age related or is it what I have to do related?
Mm-hmm.
And when I retire, if I ever get to, will I become a night person again? Just kind of curious how people fluctuate.
It's weird because you raised a very night person and a very day person.
Mm. Yes. And you have always been a night person. And Maddie has always been a day person.
Mm-hmm.
Maddie was born at 7 o'clock at night, was up for a couple hours, and slept for 8 hours the day she was born. In a row.
Cute.
We were freaking out thinking,
oh no.
Well, you know, it's not that you don't appreciate it, but you sure as heck don't expect it.
Yeah. I assume I didn't.
You were born at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and by 6 hours later, I was laying in bed looking at you going, oh, this one's different. We stayed awake most of the night. That's what we did. We stayed awake most of the night for the next 9 months.
Did you read me stories?
Duh. Of course I did.
Mom actually read to me every night. Well, not every night. Every night you were up for it.
Well, no. I mean, if we were both there,
mm-hmm.
we read.
Yeah. Through, like, until I left for college. Like, this was not...
I super miss that.
I do, too.
Just because I miss it doesn't mean I want to do it.
Right, yeah.
What I loved was that when Maddie was home from college, she would come and join us, too.
Yeah.
That's my problem with parenting, is like reading to you guys was the thing I was best at.
You were very good at a parent. You were a very good parent, is what that sentence was supposed to be.
Ouch.
But then I also wanted to say you were very good at reading to us.
Okay.
She pronounced Westcott correctly.
Was that from The Hobbit?
No, that was from Johannes.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what the hell?
And other things.
Oh, and see, then... Yeah. Someday the story of the origin of the fuck word will come out.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk about it.
Because that's book-related, too. Okay, I think that I am done for the day.
Great, because I am putting together some cover art. Since we got so very far in putting this puzzle together. Are
you writing the word fuck only without a U? Oh, that's a little like... I get it.
It's supposed to be like an asterisk.
Yeah, I get it. I get it now. It took me a second.
Great. I want it to be clear how we feel about this stupid puzzle. Okay, before we let you all go, I want to say a big thank you to Olive Louise for letting us use her song Bad Things as our intro and outro music. She is on SoundCloud.
She is? Oh, yeah. That's great.
Shut up. Good, you knew. She is on SoundCloud, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, Twitter, everything. I believe her handle is usually Olive Louise everywhere.
And thank you to Harry's sister, Maddie, who is not on any social media that I'm aware of. Actually, she probably is still on Snapchat or something like that. Just, I'm too old for that. Anyway, for the artwork that graces all of our social media, as well as our podcast homepage, which can be found on Buzzsprout.
Yeah, yes, we are. Our podcast is hosted on Buzzsprout, and the catscast.buzzsprout.com. You can also find us on like any streaming service now. I think I've submitted to all the ones that I could think of. And if there is a service you would like to see us on, just let us know, and I'll submit the feed to them. We're on.
Did we do the one that Sarah Kate wanted us to?
Yes.
Okay,
We're on
good.
Podbean. We're on.
We love you, Sarah Kate.
Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, all the things. Just if you can't find us, let us know and we'll put ourselves up. We also have a Facebook page. You can like us and follow us and get updates about new episodes. If you want to see all of our sweet kitties, follow our Instagram at @andthecatscast, or you can talk to us on Twitter at @andthecatscast.
That's short for podcast.
They know.
They might not.
They do, though.
All right.
I trust you guys.
I love you, Harry.
I love you, Mom.
Everything.
In with the good thoughts, out with the bad thoughts. Thank you for your money. My fingers are stinging, left with the same feeling. No one's really listening. I have premonition, always had the feeling that bad things are gonna happen here. You heard it here first.
So it's the next day, and I wanted to add a bit. Oh, by the way, this is Molly here. I wanted to add a bit about alcoholism and dealing with it, and maybe some resources for you. I think the thing about alcoholism is that finding your way out of it is different for everyone. And some people can grit their teeth and get through it. Some people find Alcoholics Anonymous. And some people go to a treatment center. Some people get counseling. Some people need a combination of all of those things. Everyone's different, and it's not up to me to tell you what's the right way or not the right way to do it, to get control. And some people would even say getting control is the wrong way to look at it. But finding your way out of it, or finding a way to live with someone who doesn't want to get better, is a challenging thing. I've been sober since, had my last drink May 4th of 2009. And it's been up and down the whole way. I had a friend going through the same process at the same time, and that helped me. And I have other things that help me when I'm feeling shaky, or if I'm feeling shaky, but for the most part, pretty strong. I think the easiest thing to recommend, because it's everywhere and it's essentially free, is Alcoholics Anonymous. It's available. It's currently online and virtual, like everything else in our world. But if you find a good group, there's no shame. There's little to no cost. I mean, literally $1 or $2 every visit, and that's just in a basket that's passed around. And by gosh, if you don't have $1 or $2, that's okay. It isn't necessarily easy to find the right group, but there are other resources out there. The federal government, if you believe in such a thing, has a Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration with links to help you find treatment. That is at SAMHSA, SAMHSA.gov. There's an overwhelming amount of resources there. The National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism also has a ton of resources. That's NIAAA.nih.gov. Washington State has some great resources. There's a Washington Recovery Helpline at 866-789-1511. There are crisis clinics. All of these resources can help you find help that will work for you. And there's no better time to start than today. If you are living with someone who has a problem, these resources are there for you as well. You can't make someone choose to get better, but you can take care of yourself and your family members by staying safe and distancing yourself emotionally from someone who has a serious problem with alcohol. And I'm out there, and if you're listening to this podcast and you follow us on any of our social media, I'm on that social media too. I'm Harry's mom, Molly, and reach out to me. I can't necessarily help you directly, but if you are in a specific area and you want to know the resources there, I'm happy to talk to you. I want you to get better, and I want you to be safe if you're in a situation with someone who doesn't want to get better. Take care of yourself. Be well. Reach out.